Good morning. Let's start correcting our homework. On page 92, you were supposed to complete the sentence with information about you using the past continuous. Did you do your homework?
Yes, teacher.
Good. So I will call your name and you tell me what you answered. Bruno, 1 hour ago, Bruno,
Oi, Pro.
your answer. O que você colocou na primeira? Did you do?
Eu não fiz, não.
Okay. Monique, number 1. 1 hour ago,
1 hour ago, I was helping my grandpa.
Good. Camila, number 2. This morning at 7,
This morning at 7, I was brushing my teeth.
Good. Freitas, number 3. Last night.
Last night I was watching videos on YouTube.
Good. Delgado, yesterday afternoon, number 4.
Yesterday afternoon at 30, I was watching TV.
Was watching TV. Bia, last Saturday, number 5.
Last Saturday at 1 p.m., I was cleaning the house with my mom.
Good. Bia, okay. Honey Eddie, number 1.
1 hour ago, I was having dinner.
I was having dinner. Ana Laura, did you do your homework? Anna is not here. Okay, let's continue. So, do you like scary movies? Do you like scary movies, scary books?
Yes.
So.
So. Do you prefer movies or books?
Movie.
Movies.
Okay.
Books.
Books. Do you remember any scary movie now? Do you remember the name?
Annabelle?
Annabelle. I think Annabelle is the most famous. What else?
Yes. Tem a freira, né, teacher? Freira.
I was going to say that. I think it's the Nun, the name in English.
And the Nun.
Something like this. It is considered a scary movie?
I think yes.
Yes, I didn't watch. So that's why I'm asking. I don't know. What else?
O Chamado. I don't remember.
Invocação do Mal.
Yes, Invocação do Mal. Chamado, I think it's The Call or The Calling, something like this in English. There is also... I forgot. I have the person in mind, but the scary person in mind, but I don't remember the name. Okay. What kind of things often happen in scary stories?
The door opening alone.
Mm-hmm. The door always opens.
Death?
Yes, a lot. They always run to the opposite way.
Yes.
There are people screaming.
Yes, a lot of people screaming. It's always related to nightmare or something at night. There is always a mirror too. And you look at the mirror and you see something bad. So now we are going to read the story and answer the questions. One line for each one. Uma linha, aliás, é uma frase para cada um até o ponto, tá? Eu vou chamando vocês. Bruno, can you start reading, please?
One stormy night, Arturo was at home alone.
Monique,
It was rainy and very windy.
windy. Victor,
Arturo was watching a movie when the lights went out.
Camila,
He sat on the sofa and listened to the wind.
Freitas,
Suddenly, we heard a strange noise.
Delgado,
It sounded like someone was crying.
Beatriz,
The sound was getting louder and Arturo was becoming frightened.
Ranieri,
He was too scared to move.
Ana Laura,
He eventually got up and walked around the house.
Bruno,
He looked in every room, but he didn't find anything unusual.
unusual, good. Monique,
Finally, he opened the front door.
Victor,
To his surprise, a teen kitten ran in the house.
Camila,
Arturo dried off the kitten and gave it some milk.
Freitas,
While the cat was drinking the milk, the doorbell rang.
Delgado,
It was our two neighbors, Rian and Diego.
Bia,
They were looking for their new kitten.
okay. Was it a scary story?
Not really.
Not really. Only the beginning, because he was alone and he was afraid. So where was Arturo at the beginning of the story?
At his home.
What was he doing?
Watching a movie.
Yes, he was watching a movie. Number 2, what was the weather like?
It was raining and very windy.
Good, it was windy. Why was Arturo afraid?
Because he heard a strange noise.
Mhm. What did Arturo do?
He walked through the house.
Mhm. Okay. And number 5, what was the surprise at the end of the story?
The noise was from a cat.
Mhm. looked scary, but it wasn't. So time expressions in stories. We often use these words and expressions when we tell a story. Então, toda vez que formos contar uma história, um acontecimento, nós usamos essas expressões como suddenly, all of a sudden, to my surprise, recently, immediately, and eventually. All of a sudden and to my or his, her, our, depend on the person, dependendo da pessoa. Surprise always go at the end, go at the beginning of a sentence or clause. A comma follows them. Então, toda vez que vocês forem usar to his surprise, to my surprise, to her surprise, sempre é no início da frase e vem acompanhada de vírgula. All of a sudden também, que é o de repente aqui, the lights went out. Eventually, suddenly, immediately, and recently can go at the beginning of a sentence or just after the subject. Então, tanto elas iniciam a frase quanto elas vêm depois do sujeito. He eventually got up and walked around the house. Então, elas servem para dar um procedimento à história, né? Dar uma continuação à história e fazer com que ela se torne mais interessante. Number 3, find the time expressions in the story. How many are there? How are they used in each sentence? Então, essas palavrinhas que estão aqui no box, vocês vão procurá-las na história. First line. Is there any?
Tá na quarta linha, Pro.
Quarta linha, suddenly.
Aí.
Okay, what else?
In the 7th line, he will eventually.
Eventually, good.
In the 9, finally.
Finally.
And to his surprise in 10th line.
To his surprise, yes. That's it. Oh, we didn't count how many. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How are they used in each sentence? Por que elas são usadas nas frases? De que maneira elas são usadas?
É pra, tipo, surpresa, quando for contar, tipo, uma história de terror.
Uhum. Então, tá indicando surpresa, tá orientando, digamos, o leitor dos acontecimentos, né? Do que tá acontecendo. Então, de repente, para surpresa, que finalmente, e assim por diante. Acrescentam mais detalhes aí, né? Faz com que a história se torne mais interessante. Principalmente quando se trata de uma história de terror. Quanto mais detalhes, quanto mais suspense aí você fizer na história, melhor, né? Number 4, match the sentence. Then choose the best word or expression to complete the sentence. Então, aqui vocês vão escolher uma das duas alternativas, all of a sudden, or eventually, recently, or immediately, e encaixá-las nas frases de cima. 1 minute to answer. Enquanto vocês respondem, eu vou anotando as páginas de hoje. Finish? So, Bruno.
Oi.
Number 1, I got home from the movies at 11.
Eu coloquei all of student. Ou student.
Qual é a letra que se encaixa na frase? A, B, C, D, E or F?
Eu acho que é a B.
Yes. Você colocou recently or immediately?
Eu, Vixe, Rickling.
Ah,
Recently.
é isso aqui, ó.
Ah,
Peraí, eu vou colocar aqui e já te explico, ó. I got home from the movies at 11. Então, ele chegou do cinema às 11. Then, imediatamente, foi para a cama porque ele tinha que levantar cedo no dia seguinte. Tá? Então, aqui fica entre recentemente e imediatamente. Foi imediatamente, algo que ele fez agora.
entendi.
Monique, number 2. I was working on my laptop.
I put letter A.
Okay.
Eventually.
All of a sudden, the screen went black. Aqui o de repente. Você estava lá trabalhando e de repente a tela ficou preta. Number 3, Victor.
To my surprise, I got an A.
Yes, to my surprise, I got a letter D. Number 4, Camila.
Letter E?
E eventually or recently?
Recently?
Eventually. Number 5, Freitas. I was riding my bike.
Letter F.
And what
F. I suddenly
I fell. I was riding my bike, suddenly I fell. And that's the picture here. And number 6, Delgado.
C.
Letter B.
B não. Repeat, teacher.
Sorry. My bad. And recently or suddenly? It had a surprising ending.
Como assim, teacher? Não tá pedindo pra escolher.
Tem,
Ou tá?
em vez de você escolher embaixo,
Ah, tá. Entendi. Acho que é recently.
yes. Read a great book, it had a surprising ending. Choosing a title, a good title makes people want to read your story. Choose a title that is descriptive, tells what the story is about, interesting, makes the reader want to know more, is short, not a full sentence, or doesn't tell too much about the story. We are not, the next exercise, we were supposed to write a scary story, but we are not going to write a story, we are going to tell a story later. Tá? Ao invés de escrever a história, nós faremos um exercício um pouquinho diferente, mas mais para frente um pouquinho, tá? Por isso que eu passei bem rapidinho por aqui. Look at the possible titles for the story in exercise 2. Answer the questions. Here we have the possible titles. Arturo's Night, Arturo Finds, and Too Scared. Which title do you think is the best and why? Então, qual título aqui é melhor e o porquê? Qual se encaixaria lá na história que nós demos? Deixa eu ver, o último a responder foi o Freitas ou Delgado respondeu por último?
Hi, teacher.
Ok. Bia, which title do you think is the best?
Arturo Nights at Home.
Okay, why?
Because it's more scary, I think.
What's your... Oh, sorry?
Like, why is he at home at night? Why is he without anyone? Like, I don't know.
Okay. What's wrong with the other titles?
They are not so scary, I think.
Okay. For a scary story, you need to have an interesting title too. Can you think of another good title for the story? Alguém consegue criar um título novo aí para a história? Energia.
The Noise?
The Noise. Maybe The Strange Noise. Scary Noise. Fui adicionando adjetivos aí. So, grammar in context, simple past and past continuous. Então, nós falamos ultimamente do simple past, na aula passada do past continuous, que é algo, uma ação referente ao passado. So, we use the past continuous to talk about being in the middle of an action at time in the past. Então, você está no meio daquela ação, você esteve naquela situação, porém no passado. We use the simple past for finish action and state. Agora nós vamos usar o past continuous e o simple past juntos. He was watching a movie when the lights went out. É algo que começou no passado e já terminou ali mesmo. Então ele estava assistindo o filme quando as luzes apagaram. Então ele começou com past continuous aqui, tanto é que tem o ing e o verbo to be no passado. E o simple past também. Aqui o passado de to go, went. Então, começa com past continuous e termina com simple past. While they were eating dinner, the doorbell rang. Então, enquanto eles estavam jantando, a campainha tocou. Mais uma vez aqui, o past continuous, uma ação que estava acontecendo e outra que já terminou. Tudo bem? Yes?
Sim.
Going back to exercise number 2, find 3 verbs in the simple past and 3 verbs in the past continuous. Então, vamos voltar lá na história para identificar os verbos. Let me change the color. The first line, is there any verb? Vamos primeiro procurar no simple past. Quais são, Ranieri, no simple past?
Was,
Was. What else?
went,
Went. And
sat,
sat. Ana Laura, no past continuous.
Raining.
Was raining.
Was watching.
Was watching. And one more.
Mm. Was crying.
Was crying. Good. Very good. So I think we finish here. Yes. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb simple past or past continuous in parents. Então, vocês vão identificar se vai usar o simple past ou past continuous e os verbos que estão aqui entre parênteses. E eu vou chamando vocês para responder. Algumas vão usar só o simple past, outras vão usar os dois. Bruno, the first sentence is yours, then Monique, Victor, Camila e Guilherme Freitas. Ready, Bruno? Finish?
Peraí, rapidinho.
Only the first sentence is yours.
Ô, Pro, é tipo o exercício passado que aí coloca was, stay, was, play.
Então, aqui, dependendo da frase, você vai identificar se é o simple past ou o past continuous. Se a ação já começou e terminou ou se é algo que estava acontecendo no passado. Então, essa daqui, ó, ele já começa com last night. Significa que já
Essa aí
acabou.
é. E a outra tem continuação.
Isso.
Past contínuo.
Então, fica assim, ó. Last night we... O verbo é esse aqui que está entre parênteses. Como ele fica no passado?
Vixe, não sei não. Não é. É was, stay.
Tá o ED, tá? Então, last night we stayed home and... Ó, nós ficamos em casa e... Verbo to play no passado?
Played.
Played, very good. Só acrescentar o ED. Então, isso refere-se à noite passada. Então, ficaram em casa e jogaram videogame. Ok, começou e terminou lá. Agora o number 2. Monique.
My phone died while I was talking to my brother.
Yes, I was talking. Agora a diferença, Bruno, que aqui tem um while, enquanto. Então, o meu telefone acabou a bateria, descarregou while, enquanto eu estava falando com meu irmão. Então, é uma ação que aconteceu no passado. Você ficou no meio da ação, digamos assim.
Entendi.
Number 3, Victor.
I studied
Read the
in
Daniel.
Daniel studied when I testing.
Isso, é só, ó. Daniel was studying. When I texted, aqui ano passado, him. Então, ó, ele estava estudando quando eu mandei mensagem. Number 4, Camila.
I was taking a test when I started to feel sick.
Good, I was taking a test. When I started to feel sick. Number 5, Freitas.
They was watching a movie when a friend called.
They were, tá? Was,
Okay.
I, he, she, it. They were watching a movie when a friend called. Good. Ficou clara a diferença entre eles? Entre algo
Yes.
que ele estava
Yes.
fazendo e algo que já terminou. Just to finish for today, your homework, read the story, decide if the underlying words and phrases use the simple past and past continuous correctly or incorrectly. Então, vocês vão ler a história, e vocês vão decidir se o uso do past continuous e do simple past aqui está correto ou não, de acordo com a história. Alguns estão corretos, outros não, tá? E na hora de mudar, o que vocês farão? Colocar o verbo ou no simple past ou no past continuous, dependendo da ação, dependendo do que está acontecendo aqui, tá? Homework. Or next class. Aqui embaixo ele pede, é o que eu tinha dito para vocês escreverem a scary story e tudo mais. Porém, nós faremos isso de maneira diferente, tá? Então, eu vou pular essa parte aqui e mais para frente nós voltamos nela. Por enquanto, só o homework aqui mesmo. Só vocês identificarem quais são os erros e quais são as corretas, né? Pode escrever aqui do lado mesmo. Coloca os números e coloca a resposta aqui do lado. And we correct next class. Any questions so far? Dúvidas até agora?
Não.
No.
So, It's great to see everybody here. Muito bom ver vocês aqui. Pessoas que eu não via há muito tempo, via entre aspas, né? Porque vocês têm com a câmera desligada, mas enfim. So, if you have any question, any doubts, please let me know. Qualquer dúvida, por favor, mandem mensagem. Não deixem as dúvidas acumulando. E amanhã nós continuamos com os exercícios na plataforma online. Eu estarei online observando o que vocês estão fazendo. Tudo bem?
Uhum.
So,
Yes.
thank you very much for coming. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.
Tchau,
Bye,
Pro.
teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.